Welcome back to Biz Lounge. We're with Mike Boneham of Ford, and now we'll switch gears to take a look at how the man from down under spends his days off.
We left Australia 12 years ago, and I left with 3 young boys. And in the 4 countries we've lived in, slowly they've gone back to Australia to school and now to university. So that has been difficult because I feel like I should be a mother at home in Australia with them, and then I feel like I should be a wife here. I spend a lot of time on planes and in airports, which I don't enjoy.
We don't really do much in Delhi itself. We just like to spend time in the house chilling with mum and dad.
We just spend time with them as well, which is really nice. We never get a chance to do that otherwise. So watching TV, just doing normal family things that are just out of the ordinary for us, but are very ordinary for normal people.
Food is awesome here as well.
I like the Punjabi food.
I like barbecuing.
Okay.
I will barbecue at home when we're in Australia.
We have a pizza oven at home.
And we have a pizza oven, so I'll do pizzas. My
favourite Indian food, I think it is probably something really bad. Dal makhani.
It's not bad. Bad.
Well, it's bad for me, all that butter and cream.
We love coming here every time because we just see something new every time we come. Last year we came to India, we went to Kashmir, and we've been to Rajasthan as well, which are such beautiful places.
My only regret is when we went to Ranthambore, I didn't see a tiger, so I'll have to go back. Well, we've been married for 26 years. We're pretty much soulmates. We've known each other for such a long time that we've probably operate as one person when we're not arguing about things.
He's great. He's best dad we could ask for.
So quite an experience that you've had living in 4 different countries. Any memorable experiences that you've had that kind of stand out for you throughout the journey with your family?
Lots of things, funny things that have occurred where the first time we went to England, for instance, my children, the first time they saw baked beans, that was not a good experience. That was a pretty traumatic experience, and none of them, the oldest is now 21, have touched baked beans ever since. They had it for breakfast, I think. That was it, and they really didn't understand what baked beans were, and baked beans went on everything in England. So that was not a culinary delight that they enjoyed. So that's something just as a family thing that stuck out. But most of the time it was just the opportunities we were getting to see the world together. Mm-hmm. How bored they were walking through Paris when they were about 8 and 10 and 5. They thought it was tremendously boring. 3 or 4 weeks ago, we went there together again at 21, 20 and 17. Totally different experience.
What do you miss most about being back home in Australia?
Well, I miss the beach in a big way. We've got a house 2 hours south of Sydney, and whenever I get home, we go down there, spend all our time on the beach, whether we're surfing, fishing, whatever. So it's a key part of our life now. I grew up on a wheat sheep farming area, so during our holidays we'd go to the beach, and I've always had this mystical feel about the water, and now I feel I'm very fortunate to be able to be living on the beach when I do get home.
We're going to ask you some questions to try to discover your lighter side now.
Right. Okay?
Yeah. Tell us one thing that not a lot of people know about you.
I can stand on my head and drink beer. I used to be able to. I haven't done it for a long time.
When was that? Back in the college days?
That was the college days.
Yeah.
I have done it, though, probably 10 years ago as a dare.
Oh, yeah?
And it's still, I was amazed, still could do it. That's not something I'd encourage people to try, though.
Okay, what's your favourite lunchtime meal?
Favourite lunchtime meal would be a vegetarian Subway. Learned to eat a lot more vegetarian here in India. It's been good for me.
What do you miss most about being a kid?
Freedom. Uh, the fact that really the world was just a great big oyster and we could get out and do things together as kids, play sport. Playing sport was the major element in Australia. Cricket, rugby, swimming, all of these things. Sport was such an important part of our lives. And I loved that time of my life. So that's what I miss most at this point, yeah.
Do you still get a chance to play anything?
Yeah. I play golf, I play tennis, I go to the gym as much as I can, and if I can't get to a gym, I'll go for a walk and do some exercises and so on. I think fitness is an incredibly important part of life, and if you're going to perform well at work, you have to be in the right centre from a mind and body perspective.
If you could be any one superhero, who would it be?
I really like Batman because he's got a bit of a dark side, and as well as, you know, just that tremendous save everybody mindset, but just balanced, not perfect, balanced.
Yes.
I like it.
And what would you consider the most important event of your life to be so far?
Birth of my 3 sons. Family is incredibly important to me. And no matter what I've done in my career, what I've done outside that, and you know, I thank my wife for giving, for that. Obviously, they're my core, and that easily the most important events for the 3 of them, not just one.
Of them, yeah. If your house was on fire, God forbid, and you could grab only 3 things, what would they be?
I'd grab there's a couple of photos that I think are very precious of the family, doing some things that are very special memories for us. I think I'd grab my golf clubs and golf shoes.
You love golf,
Love golf, yeah.
If you can go on a road trip with one person, dead or alive, who would it be and where would you go?
You know, Henry Ford, and Alan's got this huge poster in his office, you know, opening the highways to all mankind. Henry Ford, to me, was one of the most fascinating people in history. So I'd like to, because he talked about opening the highways to all mankind, I'd like to go up to Leh from Delhi and take the road trip. I think it'd be fascinating to test out his view of whether Ford cars have met his expectations.
Finally, if you had a chance to have any one job just for a day, what would it be?
It'd be a lifesaver on Bondi Beach in Australia.
Okay, Michael. Well, thanks for being with us.
My pleasure. I've had a great time. Thanks.
Yeah, it was great having you on the show.
Thank you.
And that's it for today. We'll see you next time on Biz Lounge.